Welcome to the 30th anniversary of the nighttime Brampton Santa Claus Parade, presented by the Rotary Club of Brampton, in participation with the City of Brampton. This year, over 500 volunteers put over 30,000 hours of volunteer work to bring you this special 2024 nighttime parade in Brampton. This 30th anniversary of the nighttime Brampton Santa Claus Parade is presented by the Rotary Club of Brampton. We would also like to acknowledge our major sponsors: Tim Horton, Delta Bingo Gaming in Brampton, Mattamy Homes, SynchroWorks Consulting, Hills Video Productions bringing us these wonderful images, Bramalea City Center, and Maple Lodge Farms. We could not present this wonderful parade tradition without the support of course, the City of Brampton and Peel Regional Police. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. I'm Michael A. Charbonne. I'm so proud to be your host for this evening, where we're going to look at wonderful floats and celebrate Christmas. This is the third year that we're having it here on the Bramalea Road location, so we're kind of looking forward to having more kids, no more COVID, everybody's out, and things are really looking great. Now, you can imagine a parade like this, trying to figure out 50-plus floats, takes more than just one person, so we are so happy to include my co-host, Sherry Ford. You might remember Sherry from TSN, from many sporting events and all kinds of corporate things. Sherry's a journalist and a wonderful person and a friend of mine. So I'd like to formally welcome Sherry Ford to the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. Merry Christmas, Sherry.
And Merry Christmas to you too, Michael. Thank you for having me here in Brampton to the Santa Claus Parade. And I'll tell you what, nothing gets you quite in the Christmas spirit like a parade. There's bands, there's Christmas carols, there's fancy floats. So I say, let's get this party started. Now, there's still some time to get down here, and you can write a letter on your way to Santa Claus, because there's DHL carriers along the way that'll pick up your letter and deliver it to Santa. And maybe you'll get hungry as well. And Maple Lodge Farms has a big truck here. They're selling hot dogs and chicken burgers, and all the proceeds will be going to the Salvation Army. And if you can remember, please bring a non-perishable food item for the food bank, because at this time of year especially, families are in need and they rely on your generosity. So please give if you can. Back to you, Michael.
Thanks, Sherry. Look forward to having you here at the desk. One of the most important things about a Santa Claus parade is a sponsor. Well, the Rotary Club has been a key sponsor and makes a real difference in making this parade happen. I have David Clement with me. David Clement is the past president of the Rotary Club and also the director of the parade. David, thank you so very, very much for being here. And how many parades is this for you now?
Oh, I think this is my 10th, I think. We are just so absolutely pleased to be here, and of course to sponsor, to be the presenting sponsor of this great parade. It really is how Brampton starts the holiday season, and we've been supporting this parade for many, many years, but in recent years we've really stepped up to the presenting level, and this is just one of the many, many ways in which our club gives back to the community.
When you talk about many, many hours, how many hours and how many people does it take to put this on, David?
Oh, I think we have 500 volunteers, 30,000 hours, I think, something like that. But it takes a whole bunch of people to make this parade a success. And of course, all of our other sponsors and all of the great people who come out here to support this parade.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, David. We really appreciate the Rotary Club, and we appreciate everything that you guys do. Now, I've got to tell you, one of the most important things here is all about volunteers. And when you talk about volunteers, hey, you're talking about Scott Ching. Scott Ching is also the executive producer of this broadcast, so he wanted to say hello and Merry Christmas to you, Scott Ching.
Merry Christmas, Michael. This is one of the favorites of the Brampton area. This giant Santa Claus parade has been going for almost 50 years, and tonight we're celebrating the 30th anniversary of our nighttime parade. You know, there's a small committee of volunteers that work all year long, and then as we build up to parade day, the group grows, and today there's over 500 volunteers helping on the parade, and that doesn't include all the volunteers who are participating in today's parade. We could not do it without the volunteers, and we thank them all so very much. And to our sponsors, thank you. Without you, we couldn't bring this joyous parade to all the youngsters here in Brampton, young and old. Michael, have a great parade.
Thank you, Scotty. Appreciate it. Now, I got to tell you, boys and girls, 2 weeks ago, I had a really special opportunity to visit a very special place. A place that boys and girls would really love. Let's have a look.
Let's go in and have a look.
Wow. Woo. Wow.
Comet? Cupid? Dancer?
Really?
Well, I always wanted to know what it felt like.
Well, Sherry, you know, the police are coming to take me away, but that was a pretty special thing. That was pretty cool.
Well, I was a little jealous that I didn't get to go and do the old I'm Mrs. Claus next year.
Mrs. Claus is very important. Well, we'll see if we can get you in, but it was very special where we were. Hey, look, here comes our first bunch. This is Peel Regional Police, and they are delighted to be a part of the magical event as they celebrate their 50th year of dedicated service to the community. That's Peel Regional Police. You know, we got to give a warm holiday cheer to the Peel Regional Police procession and showcasing their rich history and a bright future. Leading the way is this vintage 1974 Chevy Impala Cruiser. We saw it just behind Scott before, which is a symbol of their proud past and strong foundation upon which that they have built on it. You know, following closely, you may have seen there was a 2024 Dodge Charger anniversary cruiser, which was also there. So from Peel Regional Police family to yours, Merry Christmas and have a happy holiday. And here's to many more community partners.
Now, the Rotary Club of Brampton is extremely pleased to be the presenting sponsor of this magnificent parade. Their sponsorship to the Brampton Santa Claus Parade ensures that the parade organizing committee will have the resources it needs to bring bigger and better elements to the parade each year. Every year, kids of all ages are delighted to see the characters and balloons and fabulous floats. This year is no different, as I've been told that there are some exciting surprises in store for you today.
So you just saw the color party and the escort of the 557 Lawrence Scots Royal Canadian Army Cadet Corps. These cadets range in age from like 12 to 18. And they learn integrity and discipline and, of course, leadership skills. The band that is playing with the color party is a full tri-service band with the Army. That's Air, Sea Cadets, along with the 557 Lawrence Scott Army Cadets. We have 132 of these Spitfire Royal Canadian Air Cadets squadrons and 139 illustrious Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps. Look at that. That's actually very, very cool.
And there's Big Bird there.
So we come to the Rotary Club here. So the president of the Rotary Club of Brampton is Tim Lockhart, and he is joining us today with his daughter, Jane. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane. Tim and his fellow Rotarians would like to give a big shout out to community members for their support towards the local and international service projects that the Rotary has always been involved with for the last 85 years. Imagine that. From Tim and his daughter, Merry Christmas and have a wonderful New Year.
The Rotary Club of Brampton is proud once again to be the presenting sponsor of the Brampton Santa Claus Parade, the largest nighttime parade in Canada. The Rotary Club of Brampton has been one of the major sponsors of the parade since 1992. This year, the Rotary Club's float depicts an imaginary scene from the North Pole, where the Grinch has been caught looking for the presents that he missed out in Whoville. And who should he run into? But Bluey! Oh, just the best cartoon on TV right now. Bluey has traveled to the North Pole to visit Santa and see snow. He spotted the Grinch, and the chase is on. Bluey is right behind him as the Grinch tries to make his escape. Will the Grinch escape, or will justice prevail? And whose side will Max be on? Because I have a pretty good idea he might be on Bluey's side.
I go with Bluey.
Merry Christmas to everyone from the Rotary Club of Brampton.
Wow, what a great little float, eh? You gotta love that.
Awesome. I love Bluey. I don't know if you ever had a chance to, you better watch that show. So good.
Well, you know, with a grandkid now, that's going to be one of those things that is definitely
Okay,
going to
Grandpa.
happen. You got to watch that. So next up, we've got the Penguin Parade mascot. These mascots are exclusive to and were designed for Brampton Santa Claus Parade specially. So that's kind of cool. They were welcoming us and invite you to enjoy the rest of the parade. They're riding with the mascots is the honorary Grand Marshal of the parade, who's our very special guest, John Hayes. John has been with the parade since 1886. That's a bit much, I would say. 1986, when it was still a daytime parade, which was a little while ago. John was instrumental in converting us to a nighttime parade back in 1994. And now John, along with all of us, are celebrating the 30th. There's John, the 30th year. Big thank you, John. Appreciate you for so many years of service in the parade. Thank you, John.
Joining us again this year is the Flower Princess and her ladies in waiting. Don't they look absolutely stunning?
Wow.
Brampton is known around the world as the Flower City, and it only makes sense that the Flower Princess is part of the parade. These costumes have all been designed and made by a volunteer team that is exclusive to the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. They work extremely hard all year to design and make the costumes that you see here tonight. Thank you to the costume team led by Marlene Vince, who is also the parade's current president.
Wow. Look at that. That's very cool.
That is great.
All the different costumes. You know, you think of the time that it takes to design, to sew, just to figure out what the theme is and how you're going to do it. That's
I can't
huge.
even put a button on my shirt, so.
Well, coming up next is Patrick Brown. You know, he was first elected mayor of Brampton in 2018, and he's here with the Brampton City Council and their families. The councilors joining us today are Paul Vicente and Rowena Santos from Wards 1 and 5, Michael Palesci and Navit Kurabra from Wards 2 and 6, Martin Medeiros and Dennis Keenan of Wards 3 and 4, Pat Fortini and Rod Power for Wards 7 and 8. And for Wards 9 and 10, we have Gurdeep Singh Toor and Harkat Singh, who is also the Deputy Mayor. You know, the council and all the staff at the City of Brampton would like to wish residents a safe and happy holiday. Interestingly enough, you know, Brampton has 8 regional councillors and 2 city councillors and one mayor. And I got to say, on October 15th of this year, actually, the Brampton City Management, they secured a AAA credit rating. So that's pretty good.
Fascinating.
Hey, and if you say, and you got to say, you know what, Patrick Brown, he was first elected in 2018 and re-elected in 2022. This guy's young. I mean, he's like 46 years old. Great job. Great job.
Brampton Transit is thrilled to again be part of this year's Santa Claus Parade. Since 1976, Brampton Transit has proudly served our city, growing into one of Canada's fastest expanding transit system. This year's float celebrates community spirit with festive decor, celebrating the holiday season with our community and, more importantly, our riders. Brampton Transit goes beyond service, supporting community events and championing sustainable transportation. Honored with multiple awards for service excellence, Brampton Transit wishes everyone a safe, joyful holiday season. Here's to another year of bringing our community together.
You know what? I got to tell you that the Zoom, which was actually created by Mayor Fennell a long time ago, you talk about efficient transit, and I think there's also a dispensation for seniors. So
nice.
you got to take your hat off to that. There's there's a lot of things and a lot of really good. Brampton was actually created in 1974. It was it's part of the Region of Peel, and Brampton is actually the 9th largest city in Canada. It's also the fastest growing of Canadians' 25 cities. Now, what do you figure the population of Brampton is?
Oh, I'm not going to guess. I'm bad at that.
It's like 826,000. You talk about how it's grown. It's huge. Yeah. So next up for us, we do have the Brampton members of Parliament. Well, there you go. Well, it's always because Southwest Ontario Somalian flute band, but the group is also sponsored by Brampton MPs like Ruby Sahota and Sonia Sidhu, Kamal Kerr, and Jirfak Ali. The generosity is greatly appreciated by the parade volunteers. The MPs would also like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and that's something that you really have to be appreciative of. There's our MPs coming.
Representing the vibrant community of Brampton, here are some of our dedicated Brampton MPPs with members of their youth council walking alongside them. This year, their float showcases the spirit of togetherness, adorned with festive decorations that reflect Brampton's diversity and resilience. These MPPs are committed to supporting local initiatives and creating opportunities for all residents year-round. With a proud history of participation in this beloved parade, Brampton MPPs bring holiday cheer to all in attendance. They wish everyone a safe, joyous, and very Merry Christmas.
I got to tell you, there's lots of fun that's happening at this. It's so much work that's being put together and so much volunteerism. Sherry, you got to talk about bringing Brampton together. You got to talk about people decorating their trucks and decorating their stuff and being part of it. We're seeing way more people here at the parade site. And I got to tell you, the Rotary Club's done a really, really good job.
And amazing. We went back and we talked to a whole bunch of the people that were on the floats, that were marching in the parade. And it just blows your mind at how much time and dedication it took for everybody to bring this celebration together tonight.
So, Santa Claus has a couple of different names. In France, he's called Papa Noel.
Oh, nice.
So
French.
Papa Noel. And they call him Kris Kringle in the United States. I always called him Santa. Did you do the Santa picture at the mall every year?
Every year. And my kids were horrible at it. And they were always bigger than Santa. Like, I had these gigantic kids, and they looked ridiculous on Santa's knee.
There were some Santa pictures that they had on the net there where the Santa was happy and the kid was like ready to die. Right. So, did you know that Santa's sleigh is the fastest vehicle in the world?
Well,
it's faster than a rocket, for God. So on Christmas Eve, Santa has to travel around the world to deliver all these presents, and they figure there's about 2.5 billion kids that he's delivering to. I mean, that's a lot of kids.
Well, I get on that NORAD thing at night and I watch them where Santa goes, and it's super exciting when he's flying over different countries I've been to or he's coming close to Canada. I'm still excited. I'm still a kid every year.
1,300 miles an hour is what they figure the Santa Claus parade, or I should say the Santa sleigh has to go. It's craziness. So Santa has 9 reindeer. I can't even remember them. Sherry, I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh.
Can you tell me what the reindeers' names are?
Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner, on Blitzen. I think I did okay.
Yeah, you missed one.
Rudolph.
Thank you.
I could have sang that for you.
No, Rudolph. I know, but it's like a lot of people, like you get put on the spot. What are the name of the reindeer? And you're kind of going, I don't know. But that was very good.
Thank
Okay,
you.
That was very good.
Yay.
Did you know that Santa got a pilot's license?
No.
Yeah, he did. In 1927, they gave Santa a pilot's license.
Honorary, I presume, right? An honorary one.
And Mr. and Mrs. Claus, they also received their own passports. See, now there's a whole...
How do you do that? How do you give them a passport?
Well, because they're international stars. They go around all the houses, right? I mean, you need a passport.
That's a big passport.
That would
Lots
be a
of
big
stamps.
I know. And how does the picture? Because it never changes. I don't know. We've got more parade coming. That's for sure. Less of us and more parade. You know, the wonderful thing is we went. You were saying, which was so important. We went through the staging area and we talked to a whole bunch of people. We talked to some softball people, and we saw this big truck. It's Lafarge truck, so it's a vintage fire truck. There's so much stuff that's still to come. I mean, this is a really good parade. I think it's really something what they put together to do this.
It really brings me back, though, to a time and place as a child, and going to the Santa Claus Parade in any city is just amazing, and it really gets you in the spirit, you know. I've been in a lot of parades.
Yeah, well, weren't you a rodeo queen?
I was a rodeo queen.
Yes,
I was
you
also
were.
a rodeo princess.
Yes.
So I have been in more parades than you can count.
Sherry Ford, you are in everybody's parade. You know, I can remember watching on many sporting events. I doing the news, doing sports desk. I mean, one of those things that you think back, being in a parade, being a rodeo queen. I mean, how wonderful is it? Memories that your grandkids will tease you with when you get older.
Oh, and my kids do already. So bring it on.
So I have one more question with regards to Santa. Do you know why they said if you're nice, Santa Claus gives you presents, and if you're not nice, he gives you coal? Do you know how coal actually came about?
I actually don't. Please enlighten me.
Well, because they used to heat stoves and houses with coal in fireplaces. And when Santa would go down, if the child was bad, he would be able to grab a piece of coal and put it in their stocking.
Well, I have a lot of coal. Don't read into that, though.
No. So next up we have the Southwest Ontario Smalley Pipe and Flute Band. In 2019, they laid the foundation and became the very first pipe band from the Smalley community in Ontario. And this uniqueness has ignited a spark, no kidding, that goes beyond the community and really is a specific marching band for pipes, and it's kind of cool. They do want to thank Brampton's MPs again for their sponsorship. That's Rudy Sahota, Sonia Sidhu, Kamal Kara, and Shafiq Ali. Let's listen to them a little bit here. I think this is very, very cool. I do too. There's one of those there's actually an AC/DC song with bagpipes, and it just scares everybody. But I regretfully say I like that.
Apparently, they're very, very hard to play. To learn how to play.
Well, it's a lot of work, that's for sure. Oh, look at all these little kids play. That's wonderful.
I love it. They're little recorders.
Yeah.
Did you take the recorder in school?
Well, my mom was a teacher, so we had about 4 recorders around the house. So I was able to do that. You know, that's one of those things when you have kids involved in extracurricular activity like that. That's so wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
And spreading the joy of music definitely makes a difference. Hey, you know what, Sherry? Do you know the very first Christmas tree was decorated like about 500 years ago in Germany? Families would bring small evergreen trees into their homes and decorate them with like apples and nuts and candles. And this German tradition spread around the world to millions of people, and hence we have Christmas trees.
Tree.
Look at this, more flautists.
And I see a Santa.
Yes, I see a big Santa face in the back.
Here
there.
comes a huge snowman face balloon. And I hear the team manning this balloon is from Algoma University.
Huh?
And they certainly look like they're having a lot of fun tonight. The balloon is proudly sponsored by Bramalea City Centre. Bramalea City Centre invites you to visit throughout the season to enjoy and relax and have fun in a fun atmosphere and take care of all your holiday needs. You might even get to see Santa there. Bramalea City Centre would like to wish the best of the holiday season to everyone.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's cool. I love that
I
stuff.
love it too.
You know, that's kind of, I would love to put that on my front lawn, but I would be afraid someone would scoff it.
Well, I might steal it, take it to my front lawn.
I had a friend of mine who put a 6-story inflatable Rudolph on my front lawn. Yes, it was on a Sunday, and I woke up and this family friend, I was sleeping on the couch, and this family friend thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Wow.
We decorate our house with a ton of those.
So-
a ton of them.
Now it's time to clown around.
right.
It's the Kiwanis Club of Brampton, and they're delighted to have the Brampton celebrity clowns returning to entertain the children and adults along the parade route. I love this. Kids and clowns, you know, what better way to create magic and priceless smiles and laughters for the many children and family here today. Special thanks to all the celebrity clowns who are actually business leaders. These are all people who make a generous donation to the Kiwanis Club for a chance to be a clown for a day. Walking with some of the clowns are service dogs. Can't say how much we appreciate that. Who are placed with local families who have children with autism. The club's entering its 67th year of community service, and Kiwanis, I should say, invites community-minded individuals to join them in support and improving the lives of children and their families. The Kiwanis Club of Brampton wishes you a wonderful and holiday season filled with peace, happiness, and prosperity.
And we got
Wow.
a chance to talk to a lot of these clowns today, and they got all their makeup professionally done for this event.
Yeah, see, there's one of the guide dogs. There's about 50 people here. This is the 20th year that the Kiwanis Club has been in the parade, and the Kiwanis actually got their charter in 1957. So you talk about business leaders, you talk about guide dogs, you talk about people sponsoring a parade. The Kiwanis Club is a huge, huge part of the Brampton Nighttime Santa Claus Parade, and we definitely thank them.
And they did say earlier that they were kind of cold standing around waiting to get this parade on the go,
Yeah.
but they said once the parade started, they would warm up through all their dancing and celebrating, so you can guarantee they're warm already.
It was so nice to talk to the people. Here they were getting everything ready. They're getting all dressed up. They're decorating their trucks and their vehicles. You know, there's a really cool spirit. You can feel the Christmas spirit in Brampton tonight.
Absolutely. They were so excited to get this thing started. And you know what? It's really not a parade without a clown, right? Like, clowns are the best.
But you know, those guide dogs, there's people who can work with the guide dogs. You can raise a guide dog and then have it donated. It's actually quite something. Hey, Sherry, have you ever heard of a Christmas pickle?
I have not.
No, it was called a Christmas pickle. In Germany, what they would do is they would take a pickle and they would hide it in the Christmas tree. And in the morning, when the kids get up, the first person to find the pickle gets to open the first present.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of strange. But I'm glad maybe I'll start up a new family tradition this year. Who knows?
So next we have the City of Brampton Recreation Ready, Set to Play team. The mobile recreation van brings recreational activities to residents at events throughout the city of Brampton. You know, you wonder how Santa can deliver so many presents in one night. Well, say hello to Santa Claus crew. They're dressed in red and white, and they're joined by Buzz. They are also so excited to be joining the Brampton Santa Claus Parade again this year. The City of Brampton recreational team would like to wish everyone a safe, fun, and a recreational-filled Christmas. Recreational fun, you got to get active. Go for a walk and do something. I think that's wonderful. They do a great job.
Hey, Michael, did you ever have any sort of specific thing that you have a core memory of every Christmas morning?
I had the fascination of waking up in the morning and having all the presents under the tree. It's like,
Yeah.
how did that happen? And then I was so anxious to be able to open the presents, and we didn't open the presents first thing in the morning. We had dinner. So we had to, you got up and you had breakfast, and you kind of looked at the trees, and then afterwards you kind of said, okay, maybe it's time to open some presents. Wow.
Well, I think we should get ready for a thrilling performance from the FMSS Drumline. You can hear them coming. This talented group of Brampton.
Wow.
I think we have a new addition that we have to talk about.
We could, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cooper Equipment is here, and we'd like to welcome them to the parade. They got a great little band happening here. Look at this. Way to go, Cooper. Now look at the way these guys are drumming. These are the high school kids from the Drumline. So you were saying this is MFSS Drumline. That's who they
Yeah,
are.
this talented group of Brampton students from grades 9 to 12 at Fletcher's Meadows Secondary School are making their grand debut. It's the 20th anniversary of the school and the inaugural year for the Drumline. They've been working hard to bring you an unforgettable show. Cooper Equipment is the sponsor of this band, and their generosity is greatly appreciated by the parade volunteers. Cooper Equipment would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Let's listen in and show our support for these amazing young musicians.
We also want to thank Algoma University, Brampton Members of Parliament, the Brampton Progressive Conservative Members of Parliament, Merrimack Productions, Proust Dash and Crouch LLP, Wadway, We Watch Brampton, Affair Party Rentals, Beatty's McDonald's Restaurants, Burger King Restaurants, the Mills Group, CIM Solutions Inc., Colex Collision Experts, Domino's Pizza, DHL Global Forwarding, Frank Magno's McDonald's Restaurants, Harvey's Restaurants of Brampton, Herman Custodio Creative Photography, KESP Bookkeeping Services, the Lauren Scott's Regimental Museum, Mayfield, Ford and Lincoln, Mother Parker's Tea and Coffee, MSC Productions, Pearson Convention Center, Planet Ford, part of the Performance Auto Group, Royal Canadian Legion Branch 7, and Royal Canadian Legion Branch 609. All these associated sponsors are huge to make this all work for us. We'd also like to acknowledge Switcher Carry School Bus Transport and the staff and students from Cardinal Legge Catholic School. All very important to make this Santa Claus Parade possible.
They sound amazing.
Were you ever, I know you were a rodeo princess and a rodeo queen. Did you ever play in any of these bands or drums?
I really wasn't that talented. I did play the clarinet, so I was in one or two little parades with that. My sister went all the way over to Europe with her flute. Yeah.
Well, bands used to travel. I was always part of the support with the band. I always had that ability. That was my little thing.
You know what, Michael? I had to wait to open my gifts at Christmas time, too, because my dad was a veterinarian, and we always had to go downtown to feed out all the animals before we could come back and open our gifts.
Oh,
Dedication, man. Animals come first.
All right, our next entry showcases Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the good folks at Amica Peel Village. You can see many residents riding along in the Rudolph bus and even a few reindeer marchers with the bus. Amica Peel Village, Brampton's luxury retirement residence, offers a welcoming and scenic environment in an established neighborhood near parks and gardens. Residents have 24/7 support from on-site nursing and wellness teams with flexible living options. Amica Peel Village combines vibrant, upscale retirement living with professionalized care and Brampton's best amenities and residents at their fingertips. This is wonderful, to see the folks get out and the folks that that help us as we all get a little bit older. You got to appreciate that. That's wonderful to see. I really appreciate
It's a tough
that.
job, but we appreciate them.
We also want to say that, the Rotary Club of Brampton is celebrating its 81st year in this community. And it's a worldwide service, the Rotary Club of Brampton. It basically has professional leaders who are united worldwide, and they provide humanitarian and all kinds of services, and their ethical standards. They build goodwill around the world.
It's the St. John Ambulance Therapy Dog Team. Each volunteer provides comfort and compassion by taking their dog into hospitals, senior residences, care facilities, nursing homes, and paramedic stations on a weekly basis. They also provide therapy dog services to schools, universities, colleges, community centers, libraries, and businesses. Through dog petting, affection, and regular visitation, many people benefit both physically and emotionally from unconditional love of a dog, while providing the volunteer with a unique and rewarding volunteer experience. The friendly attention and acceptance of these four-legged volunteers are always greatly appreciated. The St. John's Ambulance Therapy Dog Team wish everyone a safe and joyous holiday season. You know, my mother-in-law had the therapy dogs come visit her in her home, and it just puts a smile on everyone's face.
Do you have a dog, Sherry?
I do. His name is Freddie, after Freddie Mercury. He would not be a good therapy dog yet. He's still a 2.5-year-old, 102-pound puppy. So that would be a lot.
Last year at Christmas, we had 7 dogs at our house.
Oh my.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to come live with you guys.
I know.
7 dogs is the best. You're loved.
Next, we have the Studio School of Dance and Music. The studio is celebrating their 52nd season. It's a proud Brampton business. That's a long track record. You know, they've been part of the Santa Claus Parade since 1992. And their students look forward to this event every year. The studio offers an inclusive, fun, and family-oriented environment. They've got a large range of classes, including ballet, jazz, tap, acrobatics, hip-hop, there you go, that's contemporary, and music theater as well. Their music program, it kind of allows the students to explore piano, guitar, and of course voice. The studio is grateful to all their amazing students, parents, and family members who always support them. There's about 63 people here today. Can you imagine? Some are walking, some are cheering. 63 of them. I love to see them in the parade. Every year they come and make such a difference. That's so cool.
This makes me want to get up and dance. You know the moves to this song, Michael.
Yes, I do. This song is played this song is played quite a bit on television in the last couple of weeks, as a matter of fact.
CA. Yeah, getting into it.
I can't do kicks like that. Sorry.
Well, you could,
No, I
but you
can't.
just might not move for another week.
I can't.
Hi.
25, I got to tell you, this Jingle Bell Christmas ornament reminds us of the joys of the season. The balloon team manning the strings is from Cobra Swim Club. Cobra is a dynamic and innovative organization. They're dedicated to delivering diversified and development swim programs for youth and families of Brampton, a place for everyone who wants to be a swimmer. This balloon is sponsored by Hills Video Production. Hills is proud to be the production team behind our webcast, and we wish everyone at home a very Merry Christmas and hope they enjoy today's webcast, where we're so happy to have our director Bill and Jerry manning the truck with Jay and many of our cameras, Dave on sound, and of course our executive producer, Scott Ching. A lot of wonderfulness to work here. We appreciate everybody who's here and working to bring this webcast to you.
It's all about the pizza with Domino's Pizza Brampton. I hope they're stopping by here. With 11 locations in Brampton, Domino's is showing off their bright LED Domino's logo lights on top. You wouldn't want to miss this float. I'm pretty sure you can't miss this float if it was making your delivery. This year is Domino's second year in the parade. They've been serving Brampton slices for nearly 40 years. Domino's is known for their fundraising efforts in town, including their 4th annual Aaron Oak Kids fundraiser this past summer, and decades of partnership with dozens of local schools across the city. Domino's would like to send a big thanks to the team members from each location that contributed to creating the float and marching in it tonight.
You know, Erin Oaks is such a great charity. It's such a wonderful thing. And, you know, of course, all the people with Domino's, they wish everybody in Brampton a very Merry Christmas. But I got to tell you, Erin Oaks, a great charity. They do so many things for kids. So hats off to Domino's for helping them. I think that's really great.
Pizza.
Yeah, can you imagine throwing slices?
No,
Hi, guys. Throw slices.
Back in the day, they used to throw candies and everything out in a parade.
Well, Hanson Towing is a sponsor here, and look who's coming with Hanson Towing. Well, if you see a little secret, the truck is decorated, but this entry service is a dual purpose. You know, if any of the floats break down, these trucks spring into action and help keep the parade flowing. Really, really important. We like to thank Hanson Towing for once again coming out and helping the parade flow and being on guard and helping all the children. So we really appreciate Hanson Towing and all that they do. And the effort, look at that. They decorate and they have a functional purpose. We appreciate that. Thank you, Hanson
And they
Towing.
own the clown car that I know is coming up in this parade. Don't miss the clown car.
You can't lose the clown car. I tell you. Oh, Spider-Man. Dun, dun. You know what? Kids love Spider-Man. Oh, and the
Nice.
Oh, look at that. We have the
Joker.
characters going through. You know what? Little kids love to see all those characters. I mean, it's always something that you see them in cartoon or you see. Do you remember the old Batman series?
Oh, I sure do.
I'm dating myself now.
Well, we're dating both
Goodness
of us.
gracious.
I think I
remember.
watched it on black and white, but don't tell anybody
Yeah,
that.
I can remember they used to do the NORAD track. You know, when you were a little kid, you used to watch Santa coming up. So Santa's basically that's what they're watching when he goes around the world. But if you want to keep up with his travels, you can log in. You know, Google Santa Tracker also has one of those. So it's actually interesting how that always works.
Trell Toyota joins us for their second year in the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. They are excited to be back spreading holiday cheer and waving to the community. This year, their float consists of a 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser hauling a wagon all done up in their Christmas
I like
theme.
that truck.
Oh, yeah.
I like that truck.
And behind the float is a Toyota GR Corolla, all lit up. Everyone at Trell Toyota wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's very
So
festive.
is that mustard or is that gold?
I'm gonna go with gold.
You're gonna go with gold?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
look at those cute kids. Thanks for being part of the parade. That's so wonderful. There's that little GRC. It's got the red brake calipers. Yeah, she's sitting there, zoom, zoom, zoom.
Some fancy little lights on that Corolla.
I don't know if that's legal, but he's in the parade. Yeah, I don't know if that's legal, but he's in the parade. He's allowed to do that. You got to love when you bring stuff like that. That's what makes things fun.
Absolutely.
Look, Brampton Steelheads Hockey Club is our banner folks for this next one. And look who's skating into the holiday season. It's Saga and Rosie from the OHL Brampton Steelheads hockey team. You know, you got to talk about a spirit of hockey in Brampton. I mean, Brampton was basically one of the first cities to bring women's hockey, and look at how far women's hockey has come.
so
That was
far.
through Susan Fennell, and of course,
Wonderful lady.
Patrick Brown, and everybody has supported women's hockey. But when you talk about the Steelheads, and when you talk about Brampton, and you talk about spirit, they always come out to support their team.
They absolutely do. You and I have done some women's hockey together.
Yes, we have.
You were
We've
my
done-
producer.
We've done, yes, occasionally I can do a little bit of that. We have done that, and you know what? I've produced a lot of Team Canada games as well for TSN, and you've done a ton of them as well. And you really look at how women's hockey has come around and what's happening. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
So you can see some of the players here from the OHL Brampton Steelheads hockey team. So these two mascots, actually, you're talking about Rosie and Saga, are bundled up and they're ready to bring hockey magic to the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. Rosie, the newest member of the Steelheads, is here to spread some festive cheer alongside fan favorite saga. The Steelheads love bringing people together, just like this parade does, whether at the rink or out in a Brampton community event. Together, they're wishing everyone a happy holiday season filled with laughter, joy, and maybe even a little hockey, a little hockey, right? Hope to stay warm, these guys. Enjoy the lights and the happiness, because this is a very cool bunch of folks.
I hear a drum line coming.
Slowly but surely. Look at that nice truck. Now, you know what? I've seen. I still like the truck. I like the decals on that. I think that's very cool. But I like the other truck. I think that's cool.
Next, we have the St. Roch Drumline. The St. Roch Drumline is a mixed ensemble comprised of grade 9 to grade 12 students from the Regional Arts Program. Students audition to be part of this exciting program. St. Roch offers 5 distinctive programs: dance, drama, media, instrumental, and vocal music. Thank you to Barbara Chambry, Chartered Professional Accountant, who is sponsoring this band. Barbara is also the past chair of the parade committee and a former chief parade marshal. Let's listen in.
I got to tell you, Barb and Scott are huge in doing a lot of the logistics to put this all together. This is huge. So Mattamy Homes is a sponsor of the next one, and if you kind of look down, you're going to see a giant snowman. What a spectacular sight. Look at this. The balloon team is another group from the Cobra swim team, and the snowman's sponsored by Mattamy Homes, who've been a proud supporter of the Brampton Santa Claus Parade for many, many years. At Mattamy, they believe helping to create the places you are proud to call home is noble and life-changing work. Wow, that's great. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas from Mattamy Homes.
Now, if that doesn't get you in the spirit.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. This puppy is cute.
Yes.
I like that. There's no snake on the plane. There's a snake in the parade.
There sure is.
Look at that. That's so cool. And you get to see with our jib how it's so much higher, right? Look at that.
That is a big balloon.
That is very cool.
It's a festive first appearance for Raffat General Contractor in the Brampton's Santa Claus Parade. This year, Raffat rolls in with an army truck decked out in the holiday lights, wreaths, and festive decorations, bringing a touch of construction cheer to the season. As a trusted name in construction and infrastructure across the province, Raffat is thrilled to join the community in celebrating the magic of Christmas. The team of Raffat General Contractor knows that building strong communities is the best gift of all, and they're proud to help Brampton thriving tonight. Their holiday spirit is on full display, adding an extra sparkle and some extra noise, that is, to the parade route. Wow, that is a truck.
So they bought that truck and they renovated it and they cleaned it up, and Johnny's the one with the annoying horn. So Binning Towing is sponsoring the next float. Ho, 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 as they say. Look who's keeping Santa on the road. Well, this holiday season, it's Binning Towing and Rudolph. For over 20 years, Binnings has been serving the GTA's towing needs, just like Santa's reindeer, and they serve him on Christmas Eve. This is Binning's third year in the Brampton Santa Claus Parade, and they're very happy to be one of our participants in this wonderful tradition. Whether it's frosty night or a snowy day, Binning Towing is here to light the way, as they say. Just as Santa never leaves a gift undelivered, they never leave a car unattended. Binning Towing wishes you a safe and happy holiday season. Now, one of the guys, Jag, who's from Binning Towing, who I was talking to, he's on that heavy lift show.
Really?
Yeah. And that truck, that's just not some average tow truck. That's a $215,000 truck that can do transports and regular trucks. But being on the heavy rescue, I thought that was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, you got to look at someone like that, you know?
Our next float in the parade is everyone's favorite home-to-school transportation company, Switzer Carty. Switzer Carty has been serving the community of Peel for 12 years. They've been sponsoring and marching along with us in the parade for the last 6 years. This year, they are celebrating a winter wonderland in their snowman-themed school bus. Switzer Carty Transportation would like to wish all in attendance and watching a very Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year.
There's a bear driving the school bus. Did you see that?
Is that legal?
Well, it's a parade. There's lots of cops here. We're good. Look at that. You know, that's part of the joy of Christmas is kids.
It's
and
all the
little
joy.
kids, you know, and walking and being part of the... were you ever in the Santa Claus parade?
I was not.
I was an upside-down clown. That's what I wanted to do.
That just suits you. That is not shocking.
No, I wanted to be... I was adamant. I wanted to be an upside-down... Well, we can't guarantee you a place, so I want to be an upside-down clown. So I was an upside-down clown. That's great.
Do you have pictures?
Oh, do I have pictures? Sure, I'm going to post those on the web. Yeah, right. Look at all the kids. Hi, guys. Look at that. Everybody's having fun and waving. That's so cool. And you get to dress up and have a good time. Oh, look at that. That's so good. So this is the Kendron Youth Steel Orchestra that's coming up, and they're a Caribbean full steel band orchestra, and they're based in Brampton since 2008. Having performed extensively in the U.S. and Canada, they're really a crowd favorite here in Brampton and part of the Brampton Santa Claus Parade since 2011. The band is managed and directed by award-winning music director Kenton A. Wyatt. Met this man. This band is sponsored by Wadware. Wadware is a longtime, I know these guys, is a longtime supporter of the parade, and their support is very much appreciated, Wadware. Wadware would like to wish you and all of your friends a very Merry Christmas, and let's listen to a little calypso music. Just check this out, how they're working this out. Gotta love the steel. There you go.
They tell us it's like any instrument. It just takes time to learn.
Yeah.
Did someone call an ambulance? Because here comes the Peel paramedics. Peel paramedics are happy to provide life-saving emergency medical care to all of Peel's residents and visitors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on holidays. Peel Regional Paramedic Services would like to wish everyone peace, joy, and good health over this holiday season and into 2025. They would like to remind everyone to stay safe and look out for each other. Happy holidays to all from Peel Regional Paramedic Services.
You know, think of this, Sherry. Peel Paramedic Services, they're the second largest paramedic service in Ontario.
Wow.
And average response for a day is 400 calls. Can you imagine 400
Wow.
calls?
That is a tough job. They are heroes.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's interesting. I qualified to be a 911 operator. I went and took the course, and I got my license.
What?
And one of the reasons was you learn how to do first aid on a very quick portion. And talking to so many of the paramedics, each one of those people are practically doctors. They can administer certain medications depending on the hierarchy of their qualification. But paramedics save lives.
Absolutely.
I mean, those people, every single one of them are angels walking on our earth to save lives and know exactly what to do.
And I know better than anyone because I had a stroke this year. Actually, it was last year. And
Yes.
they are angels, absolute angels.
Yeah, and it's them who say, no, that's very cool. So we like to tell them we love them. Harvey's, you know, our next float is from Harvey's. What a great food, you know, where great food, as they say, meets warm hospitality. They're nestled in the heart of Brampton. There's about 7 Brampton locations. And they're not just restaurants, it's an experience, as they say. It's not just about the food. Their attentive and friendly staff will ensure that your dining experience is nothing short of exceptional. At Harvey's, every guest is treated like family. So from their family to yours, Harvey's would like to wish you and yours for the best holiday season. What do you put on your hamburger, Sherry? Ketchup, pickles, and mush. No hot peppers?
Nope.
Oh, you gotta have hot peppers on a hamburger. Well, here comes Brampton Fire and Emergency Services. Now, they have a 1927 Lafarge fire truck. This is a very cool truck. Like, this is an antique, right? It's riding on the antique truck is the most famous fire safety dog in North America, Sparky, the fire dog for all the kids. And of course, Fire Prevention Officer Steve Den. Both Sparky and the Officer Den would like to wish everyone a wonderful Christmas season. Following the antique pumper is 258. This is wrapped in a celebration of Brampton's 50th birthday, and the wrap also includes a timeline from 1974 to 2024. That's kind of cool, with special fire department events. Brampton Fire wishes all residents a safe fire holiday-free season and reminds you to test your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms during the holiday season as well as throughout the year. And when Grandma sits there and pulls out the potatoes and the smoke goes in, the fire alarm goes off, don't get scared, Brampton Fire operates about 14 stations with 22 frontline trucks. They had about 24,000 emergencies last year. Imagine that. And they cover about 265 square miles. The second city actually to debut an electric fire truck was Brampton, and they have 2 more on the way. They figured that by going electric, that the fire trucks in Brampton will basically an annual savings of about $384,000 a year. So that's over a 12-year span. So you can see how Brampton's taking the forefront in electric vehicles. That's so very cool. They also want to make sure that don't leave unattended stuff cooking. If you're having a little eggnog and separating a little bit of fun and frolic, make sure that you're safety safe for fire.
And here comes a crowd favorite. This is the Brampton Village Clown Car, and I told you, the clown car is on its way. My favorite thing of a parade. This entry has been in the Santa Claus Parade for over 20 years, doing brake stands and skids. This one-of-a-kind car has thrilled children and adults alike with brake stands, skids, slides, and exciting but safe stunt maneuvers.
Wow.
And there's a special guest in this clown car today. It's a beautiful dog, and the dog's name is Kelly.
Kelly, yeah. Oh, well, just watching this car, every time that this guy comes by with this car, the people just go nuts, and it really is a parade favorite. Here's our folks at Extreme Towing. Favorite things. Yeah, you gotta love it. Look at this car. This guy is wacko. Imagine pulling up to a ride program in this puppy and doing one of these things.
Well, this is like me learning how to drive a standard back home. And I taught all my friends how to do a standard. Stick, man. That's crazy.
Are you sure that's not my wife driving? Hold on.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not.
That was too easy.
The door to the house is locked when I get home. Look at that.
Love the clown car.
I gotta love, and the cloud. That's so. Well, here we are with the 18 under AA and 18 under AA Brampton Royals rep baseball team. They're giving back to the community once again by collecting food donations along the parade route for the Knights Table, which is a wonderful, wonderful charity. These players and their families are all committed to the Brampton Minor Baseball Association. And their belief is that we can build a better community through baseball, of course. Aside from assisting in the collection of food and stuff for the food bank, these two teams will be doing their homemade gift drive for teens called Fill a Great Bag to help the teens in our community who are in need. What a better thing to do. I mean, what an exceptional group of young people doing, so much to give back to their community, especially at this festive time in the year. So Brampton Royals wish everyone a wonderful holiday season, and thanks for all the great stuff that you guys do. That's cool. Come on, do a brake stand in the graph truck. Nah. Look at that. I think everybody wants to wear a baseball outfit. There's something about wearing a baseball outfit that just makes you, it's kind of like when you put hockey equipment on. It's kind of got that special feeling, right? You gotta love it.
Put a big wad of bubble gum in the side of your cheek, you know.
I always found chewing tobacco offensive because they always have to spit. But double bubble, sitting there with big double bubble things.
I am a cowgirl, so we did chew when we were, the easy stuff, the wintergreen stuff. It was easy. That's a long time ago. Don't tell my mom.
So Rosedale Trucking, new addition to our parade this year. We like to welcome them to the 30th Annual Brampton Santa Claus Parade. Rosedale Trucking's been in business for 54 years, and their proud drivers are members of Brampton Driving Safe and Always Well. Welcome to Rosedale Transport. Look at that. They got it all decked out. That's beautiful. You know what? You just got to say how lucky we are to have people and sponsors, which also brings me again to say thank you to our sponsors, Tim Hortons, Delta Bingo Gaming Center in Brampton, Mattamy Homes, Hills Video Productions, Synchro Works Consulting, and Bramalea City Center, and of course Maple Lodge Farm, who are all part of this.
Here comes the Breast Cancer Awareness Tow Truck from TS Towing. This truck is in support of the mother of the driver, who is a 2-time breast cancer survivor. Look at all the wonderful lights as Baby Yoda has even joined in and is hanging from the boom. This is the first time that TS Towing is participating in the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. We hope to have them back for many more years to come. As a proud service provider in Brampton, the team at TS Towing would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You know, having a family member who just went through cancer and is a survivor, you know, everybody, we appreciate what everybody does in donating, and cancer has to be beaten. We can do it. So we appreciate having them along here, TS Towing, and putting that cancer wreath on their truck. That's wonderful.
And make sure to get your yearly or every second year mammogram done. And
guys too, prostate cancer, and get all the stuff done, right? So you know what they say, Sherry, right? Take me out to the ball game.
Yes.
So let's celebrate winter with the Brampton Minor Baseball. We can sing along with these baseball singing, bat swinging champs as they get ready for Santa. That's kind of cool, Brampton Minor Baseball. They're really excited to participate once again in the Brampton Santa Claus Parade, and we'd like to thank them for being here. You know, when you have all these youth with all these teams representing Brampton, there's pride and, of course, celebration of Christmas and being part of a team, right?
Yes, and we got to talk to them backstage before they came down this parade, right?
We did. They did actually very cool. They the Brampton team did well. They went to Calgary, I believe.
Yeah,
it was.
the U17 rep team won Ontario's, won provincials, and then went to Calgary, to my hometown, and got to see the mountains and the clear air and take part in nationals, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and you know, baseball is one of those things, again, it's like Cubs and Scouts and Brownies and Guides and the dancing and the hockey. All those things keep youth busy, motivated, learn about respect, learn about winning and losing, and honoring their fellow teammates. I think that's all really, really important.
All things that you can carry through to your career when you get a job. Team sports is amazing. And you know, makes parents very broke, because I was in about 42 different sports with my kids.
Well, you're a good mom, I know you are. Well, here comes, these guys are so cool. You'd love to commandeer one of these puppies. These are the Peel Shriner Club Go-Kart Patrol. They're a fun-loving bunch of Shriners, and they're raising money and awareness for 22 children's hospitals in North America. That's what the Shriners do. Peel Shriners have been part of the Brampton Santa Claus Parade for over 20 years, and they continue to be a fan favorite. We went down and talked to them. They really enjoy decorating their vehicles for this festive season and seeing the smiles on all the faces of the children, young and old, along the parade route. The Peel Shriners would like to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas.
Man, these cars have been around forever. I wanted to get on one, but they wouldn't let me.
No,
you have to become a Shriner first.
You know what? And it's an honor to be given the opportunity to drive those little things. And they're like modified, lawn warmers. Yeah, but I mean, look at these things. I mean, what kid wouldn't die to do that? And here are grown-ups having fun, reliving their childhood. You gotta love that. I think that's so great. And again, all the hospitals and all the good that they do for children, whereas when a child becomes under the care of the Shriners, they don't pay for anything anymore. So that's
Isn't that amazing?
You know what? I got to tell you, when you think about what that represents, that's absolutely huge.
Because
Like,
parents
really,
have enough
really
to
huge.
worry about, right? That they
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the financial part if their child is sick.
Yeah, and here's their support vehicle. So this is what they travel around with, and that's what all the go-karts put in there. And I had a chance to talk to the president he liked my bow tie.
He tried to steal your bow tie.
Yeah, but I was trying to negotiate for one of the carts, but that wasn't working very well. But he liked the bow tie, so I was kind of negotiating. But no, we didn't get a cart. I'd love to drive one of those puppies. You know what? I bet you would get some of the icons of the community business who would love to do that to sponsor one of those, get a ride in those things.
That might be trouble. You might need the paramedics back.
Yes. Yeah, I could say. But I mean, you got to have fun. Oh, here we have some more folks dressed up. Look at this. Princesses. Oh, and we got a spin for the camera. Look at that. Very well done. Look at those hoops and those skirts when you think of the wire that they had to do and all the different layers of clothing that they would have to go to in period correct clothing like that, what that took.
Looks like my grad dress.
Wow.
It does. I have pictures. I'll show you.
So Hanson Towing, I got to tell you, Hanson Towing, there's a real great thing that Hanson brings to this, and that's their support. So we'd really like to thank them for all that they bring. Interestingly enough, did you know, Sherry, that there's 24 million licensed drivers in Canada? There's 15,000 tow trucks in Canada.
Wow.
And in Ontario, those 1,600 tow truck companies. And Hanson is one of those. We thank them for all their help. Look at that Chevy on the back. You got to love that. I bet you that puppy goes pretty good.
Nice.
57. Bill, the director, says 57. I'll go with Bill. He probably drove one of those. No, Bill's not. No, but Bill wasn't that old. It was a 56. He corrects me. There you go.
Nice.
Well, if you're going to tow with Hanson.
Here you can sound them. You can hear them. Father Bresciani Catholic High School Marching Band and Drumline join the parade again this year. They are sponsored by SynchroWorks Consulting, who have been a managed IT services provider in the GTA for over 18 years. They have partnered with numerous organizations to provide reliable IT support services, business internet services, cyber security solutions, and more. SynchroWorks wishes everyone a happy holiday season.
See this tree. You ready for this? That the giant decoration fits on. Like, this is huge, right? This balloon team is from Drums United Soccer Club, and their vision is providing inclusive and accessible soccer programs for all of Brampton. Sponsored by Maple Lodge Farms, they like to develop future leaders within the community through sports. This gigantic decoration is proudly sponsored by Maple Lodge Farms. This is the first year that Maple Lodge Farms has been a sponsor in the parade, and we thank them and welcome them. We're very happy to have them here. They even had a hot dog stand, down the route down there, and all the proceeds from the hot dog stand goes to the Salvation Army to support food programs.
Did you get down there and get one yet? Because I'm going after this is done.
No, yeah.
Our next parade float radiates festive cheer, adorned with twinkling chicken lights and the classic farm experience. This year marks Maple Lodge Farms' first appearance, like you said, in the parade with a splash and holiday cheer. At its center, the Rock are helping to spread Christmas spirit to all Bramptonians. Bright banners proudly proclaim the excitement of the season, along with a nod to one of Brampton's largest poultry processors for over 65 years. It's a delightful celebration of community and the holiday spirit. Takes me home, really.
Yeah.
I'm a farm girl,
Well, I got to tell you, I always make my pilgrimage to Maple Lodge Farm to buy their raw wings, particularly tomorrow, when some people may not know, but it is the Grey Cup tomorrow
One
in
of my
Vancouver.
favorite days to eat.
So children will be excited to see the school bus from this Parkview Transit. Yeah, the same bus you may go to school with. It's been transformed to depict the Grinch tiptoeing through some presents. Hopefully the Grinch changes his mind and takes the gifts back, to the boys and girls of Whoville. The only Santa Claus knows himself. It travels to a great distance in one day that the fleet of Parkview school buses operates in Peel region. This is Parkview Transit's 7th year, wow, in the parade and in the Santa Claus parade. And their employees, whom everyone is with us, wish you all safe travels and a very Merry Christmas season. Thanks for them, and thanks for decorating the bus with all the kids. There you go. Hi, guys.
Did you take a school bus to school?
No, I walked.
Uphill both ways?
With a backpack and 40 pounds, yes.
I took the school bus for 10 years until I got an old beat-up truck. Chevy.
Whoa, look at this. Defeated politicians, little snowflakes walking on the parade route. You got to love people who have these lit, beautiful design. I love this. I think this is so cool. This is so cool. Snowflakes. And every snowflake is unique. It's like a fingerprint.
I hear that.
Wow.
Here comes the Brampton Honey Badgers, the city's only professional sports team. Where's Hammer? Hammer's here. I heard it's Hammer time down the road somewhere. There's Hammer, a Honey Badgers mascot joined by volunteers and staff.
There he is.
Competing in the Canadian Elite Basketball League, the Honey Badgers roster features some of the best basketball players from across the country. This in addition to the top players around the world, including the NBA and NBA G League. The team relocated to Brampton from Hamilton in December of 2023. Hammer and the entire Honey Badgers organization would like to wish everyone happy holidays. They look forward to seeing you at the CAA Center in May of 2025.
Yeah, great basketball, and we wish them well.
Honey badgers are mean animals.
Are they? I don't know.
Oh, it's one of the worst.
What is a honey badger?
Well, right there. So you've never seen honey badger videos? Go Google that tonight.
No, it sounded like something I wanted to eat.
No, you do not want to get close and cuddly with a honey badger.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Oh, princesses. Look at this We Watch here. This is very cool. Coming along now, we have the Optimist Alumni Drum and Bugle Corps of Toronto. They were formed in the fall of 2002, and they've been delighting audience and children at many festive parades in Southern Ontario and the Upper United States. Their repertoire covers a variety of jazz and blues and R&B, and they also play a little bit of rock. This group loves to hear audiences clapping and singing along. The Optimist Alumni Drum Corps is sponsored by We Watch Brampton, and We Watch, they provide licensed childcare to watch over your little ones. So we like to have them wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Thank you, We Watch, and appreciate them coming back to the parade. There we go. Look at that. Have a little listen to these guys.
They're not a marching band, are they?
2, 3, 4.
I love it. Best seat in the house.
Imagine them parking that puppy in front of your house. What would your neighbors say, Sherry?
I'd have to give some fancy drinks to those neighbors to forgive me, I think. It's hockey night in Brampton. Under 9 Brampton 45s are roaring in on a Ram Warlock for the first time in the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. These under 9s bring heartwarming attitudes to inspire their city and community to come together as a team. Shining as bright as the lights in the parade, the under 9 Brampton 45s are happy to be here. The Brampton 45s would like to thank the team's families for the hard work and effort that went into decorating this float.
Look at that. I love the net on the back. Did you have a hockey rink in your backyard?
We had a whole lake in our backyard, like on the farm. So
Wow.
we'd take the tractor and take all the snow off, and it was great. Everyone came and played hockey.
I don't know if people know who your husband is. Dwayne Ford,
Yes.
the play,
Yes.
the color guy for the CFL on TSN. Does Dwayne know how to skate? Can we?
He was a goalie. He played
Get on
A
it.
hockey.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
so you
And he
had
has
it
coached.
rigged.
He's coached both my kids until they graduated.
Well, your kids are athletes. I
Yes.
mean, that's.
Well, they didn't get it from me.
How could that? Well, I
I'll
got to
tell you
tell
that.
you, Dwayner's built like a brick fortress, and he knows football. He was a goalie, eh?
Yeah.
We'll have to give him a little tug on that.
His mom used to put a bag in his pads every game because he'd throw up before every game because he was so nervous.
No.
Yeah, every game.
Well, there you go, folks. You heard that here on the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. Dwayne Ford with a plastic bag. Well, you know what? Get ready to clap, or should they say flap, for the coolest new dance crew in Brampton, and that's the Tap Love Tour Kids. You know, these tap dancing penguins are sliding and shuffling across Brampton with glowing sheets of ice to light their way. Tap Love Tour, which is a Brampton-based production house, has been creating tap-inspired dance, music, podcasts, and of course documentaries for over 10 years. Quite interesting. Since 2023, these talented kids have been spreading joy with their tap moves. This year, for the first time, they bring joyful tap dancing to the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. Did you tap dance?
I did not. I pretend to every so often.
Do you remember?
though.
It was like it made famous by Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, Shirley Temple. That was the whole thing. You know.
I'm never too old to learn, though. I think I could still do it.
Well, it actually started in the 19th century, and then eventually what started to happen, they started putting metal on the bottom of shoes and started making them clack, clack, clack. So, you know, so these performers, their ages between 6 and 11 years old, and the Tap Love Tour would like to wish everyone a tappy holiday season.
Celebrating the 30th anniversary of the nighttime Brampton Santa Claus Parade, this is the 11th year that Brampton Christian School has participated in the parade. Brampton Christian School is a ministry of Kennedy Road Church, both of which have a well-established presence in the community. The school exists to provide quality, spiritual, academic, physical, and social education in a Christ-centered environment. Their float depicts traditional characters from the Christmas story with student angels on board the bus and staff shepherds marching behind. The sheep are children of staff members. The float's message is, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. The Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. Listen to the familiar sounds of classical Christmas carols as their float passes by.
Well, that's what Christmas is all about.
Sure is.
That's so great with all the little kids in there. Hi, guys.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they're wonderful. Hi, guys. Oh, you gotta love it. Such great. We can't help but wave because they're waving to us. It's so much fun. That's so cool. Wow. You know, you always remember. What was your favorite Christmas gift?
Oh, wow. My barrel saddle. My barrel racing saddle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, here, this float is presented by Merrimack Promotions, and this year we have a very, very happy to have the Michael Power St. Joseph Catholic High School Drumline Band with us. They were originally founded as the Michael Power Knights in the 1950s. They went through many changes and periods of disbandment before restarting as the Michael Power St. Joseph's Group in 2016. They've been performing throughout Southern Ontario in annual parades and other performances ever since. The band is proudly sponsored by Merrimack Promotions, who have been involved with the parade since 1987. Merrimack has been promoting companies and events for over 35 years in Brampton and providing the magic of the holiday season. Merrimack wishes the best of the season to all. That's a long run, and there's a lot of signs and a lot of things that Merrimack does to make this parade possible, that's for sure. Hit it, Troy.
Ooh, look at you. comes another wonderful balloon. This one is a fun snowflake ball presented by Tim Hortons. True to their slogan, always fresh, Tim Hortons' continued sponsorship in the Brampton Santa Claus Parade allows new fresh balloons to be part of the parade each year. The volunteers manning the balloon is another team from Brams United Soccer Club. We extend our gratitude to them for helping out in the parade today. Tim Hortons wishes everyone a safe and healthy holiday season.
I love those balloons. I think they add so much to it.
Yeah, very innovative.
Yeah.
They didn't have those when I was young.
You know, I was talking to the folks who were doing the Caribbean drums, which actually that's a tradition that came from Trinidad and Tobago. So think of this. In Trinidad and Tobago, when large oil drums used to come, they used to be able to take the large oil drums, and then they would make different Caribbean bands out of pans out of each of them. I didn't know this. There's 4 different kinds of pans. There's the melody, there's the guitar, there's the bass, and then there's what they call the second strand. I didn't know that.
No, we learned a lot today talking to them.
And then they also tune them, right? So they have different sounds, and hence to be able to play different songs. I thought that was very cool. Well, there we go. Hey, do you hear that? Sounds like Fete Under the Sea, right? Inspired by Disney's The Little Mermaid. West Fete is imaging what it would be like to celebrate Christmas with the mermaids. We see Sebastian, and it looks like he's got his cousin's curry crab and crab curry, along with bake and shark. Well, you know what? The seashell costumes are designed by costume creators who brings elements of the Caribbean masquerade to this year's parade. West Fete is thrilled to be part of the Brampton Santa Claus Parade. This Caribbean cultural organization, they provide West Indian culture in communities. They're positive vibes. They promise to take Bramptonians on a brief tropical trip, if only for a moment. The family photo you see is of beloved supporter. That's Fetter Ryan PK, who would also be spending his first Christmas in heaven this year. All the best. God bless you. West Fete, we would like to wish you and yours a safe holiday and a Merry, Merry Christmas. And Fetter Ryan PK, we're thinking about you, buddy.
Did you ever see the movie Little Mermaid?
Do you want me to tell you the truth or lie?
Just lie.
Yes, it was fabulous.
It really was. I'm a huge Disney nut. Anything Disney,
you're a
I
nut.
like
You're-
it. Well, that too.
Okay.
The emphasis wasn't nut.
Well, so the whole point is, you have grandkids, you get to see those.
Next up to bat, the Brampton Girls Softball Association. See what I did there? Next up to
Nice.
bat, I know. And it looks like they are hosting the North Pole Championship game
That was a
between
home
Thank you. Between the Mighty Reindeer and the Energetic Elves. It seems like the softball diamonds in the North Pole got snowed in, so our Brampton girls were happy to lend a hand. Looks like they are in the 7th inning stretch right now and in the middle of a cheer battle. Brampton Girls Softball has been in operation since 1972, providing competitive softball for hundreds of girls and young women in Brampton. They aim to provide a fun, safe environment to foster self-esteem and teamwork and build physical, mental, social, and leadership
What do
skills.
those look like umpires?
That's what they
I'm
feel
gonna,
like.
I'm going to throw you a little curve. These were the ladies for the under-17 national
Oh,
Calgary.
yes.
Yeah, they have 300 girls that belong to this association, so that's actually kind of very, very cool.
With a focus on fair play, they aim to cultivate a community where each player is valued for her unique talents and contributions. Happy holidays from Brampton Girls Softball Association. Did you play softball or baseball? Did you play?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Are these the folks from Dunk Disposals? I'm not sure. These are still softball folks. Wow, this is cool. Look at the contingent of people they have. Gotta love it.
Yes.
Gotta love it.
Hi.
There's a softball. Check it out. You know, that's how you can throw knuckleballs. Is that that weaving or that stitching on the ball is what you grab onto when you call it a knuckleball, makes it turn, etc.
Oh, they have their balls and gloves already. I think they're attached by strings so they don't lose them along the parade route. That is smart.
They were supposed to be impressed. I'm impressed. That's good.
I need one of those.
You know what? I just say it's so wonderful to have people just walking on a parade. It is a little chilly. I'm going to tell you, Sherry, it's been colder. It's been much colder, so we're very thankful. And we also want to thank you for being here for the very first Santa Claus Parade. It's wonderful. You know, you've done a lot of work and prep in this, and I know you were a little under the weather. You weren't feeling too well, but you committed to this. So yes, you did. Wanted to say thank you so very much, Sherry.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I wouldn't miss working beside you for anything in the world, and it is not cold. This is nothing. We are so lucky that we have this kind of weather.
You're a Western
here.
girl.
Yeah, I'm a Western girl. This is like summer weather, really. Bikini weather, if you will. Beach weather.
Beach weather. Wrong. I was born and raised in Toronto. It's still cold.
So you're a delicate flower? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm a hardened, masculine man, but I don't like cold. I mean, I would rather be in hot weather than cold. I would rather be perspiring than freezing. Right? I mean, so Al, look at this one here. This one is Bandolera Portuguese de Brampton. They join us once again. Bandolera is a non-profit marching band that was established in 1976. Over the years, it's performed throughout Canada, the United States, and Portugal, and they're currently around 60 members. I've listened to these guys a bunch of times. They're currently including their conductor, Antonio da Silva Moreira, who inaugurated the band in 1976. So they've had a little bit of rubber under the road, as they say. And Antonio is still conducting to this day. Can you imagine that, since 1976? No. This year, Bandolera are sponsored by Algoma University. Algoma is a public university right in the heart of downtown Brampton, which is actually cool. You talk about a band. Hey, 1976, I love the heritage. Let's have a little listen here of these guys. Bandolera Band Portuguese.
Imagine how cold their hands are pressing the buttons on their.
Well, and also don't forget there's a little bit of moisture that comes through on top of your fingers, right? Because it's a wind instrument.
Right.
Wow.
A woodwind instrument.
Okay. So watch out, everyone. Next, we have a few larger-than-life balloons in the shape of a present. This balloon is sponsored by Delta Bingo Gaming Center on Rutherford Road South. Delta Game. Drop in over the holidays and help your local charities, as Delta is proud to return, listen to this, Sherry, over $1 million annually to community charities. Yeah. Delta Bingo and Gaming Center would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. This balloon is being handled by the DHL Global Forwarding Team. You actually mentioned about this, right? They're assisting to deliver gifts to children in every corner of the globe. DHL is helping to make dreams come true. And ironically, the colors of this fabulous new balloon match the colors of DHL.
Do you think DHL is making my dream come true with my new, Corvette in that present?
Oh, well, you and I, we have a shared appreciation for a Corvette. Yes. What year do you like, Sherry?
I'd go with 67. I don't know.
Oh,
what do you think?
I'm a 2024 kind of guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 66. 66. Nice. That's what I was hearing in my ear.
67 was the best year, but you know. So DHL Global Forwarding Canada are also assisting with the collection of letters for Santa. With their efficient logistics network, DHL ensures that every child's A heartfelt message reaches the North Pole. And speaking of joy and making a positive impact on children, DHL, through their connections with children, actually make lives better. I was had a thing about a letter to Santa. There was a study that was conducted in 2013. Most letters go to Santa. Do you know how many letters they send to Santa?
I can't even imagine.
1.7 million are sent to Santa.
Wow.
In Canada alone, there's 1.3 million letters that go to Santa. Amazing. Actually, the United States is third. They have 1 million letters to Santa. And before the United States Postal Office was established in 1776, they would burn the letters sent to Santa in hopes that the ashes would reach him.
Well, look who it is. It's none other than Mickey and Minnie Mouse, two of my favorite mice in the world. Mickey and Minnie would like to remind all the girls and boys to be on their best behavior to get on Santa's nice list. We talked earlier about the fantastic costume teams, and when we saw the flower princesses at the beginning of the parade, remember? We'd like to give a shout out to those who volunteered to be costume characters. The costume characters are all students from Cardinal Leger Secondary School. The parade wouldn't be the same without them. Thank you to the students who come out year after year to help put smiles on all the children's faces, and mine.
There you go. I wanted to remind everybody that letters to Santa can be mailed, and don't forget to put your return address. And the address is Santa Claus, North Pole, and you can't forget this: ho 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 ho, H-O-H-O. Well, look at that. Here comes Hanson Towing. Now, this is, you got to say, again, another bunch of folks who have always come through and help with everything. Hanson Towing. We appreciate everything that they bring to the party, as one would say. We want to also, again, always say thank you to our sponsors, Algoma University, Brampton Members of Parliament, Brampton Progressive Conservative Members of Parliament, Merrimack Promotions, Prowse, Dash, and Crouch. We also say Huawei, We Watch Brampton, Affairs Party Rentals, Beatty's McDonald's Restaurants, Burger King Restaurants, Mills Group, CIM Solutions Inc., Colex Collision Experts, Domino's Pizza, DHL Global Forwarding, Frank Mango's McDonald's Restaurants, Harvey's Restaurants of Brampton. We also want to say thank you to Switzer Carey, Transport, and the staff from Cardinal Leger School as well.
What did you used to leave for Santa as a snack when you'd leave your letters?
I have to
when
say,
you were little.
It was cooked cookies and milk. That's
really traditional, because you know what we did?
Yeah.
We did cold KFC and a stubby.
What's a
Do
stubby?
you remember what a stubby was? Like the beer bottles.
Oh,
like Santa likes
a
beer
beer
too.
and cold
yeah.
KFC?
Yeah. That's what Santa asked for one year. He left a note saying, I like
Wow.
the milk and cookies, but...
No, the reason why I wanted to leave cookies for Santa, because I would always say I needed 3 cookies. I would put 2 on a plate and eat 1 myself.
This next band is the York Lions Steel Band, formed in 1972. Their music is performed on various sizes of 45-gallon oil drums. The band offers its young musicians a year-round activity that is both educational and fun. The York Lions Steel Band has represented Canada at many international Lions conventions, including Australia, Hawaii, England, and at the Lions Club 100th convention in Chicago in 2017. They have performed at Disney World, Busch Gardens, and Six Flags theme parks, to just name a few. The York Lions Steel Band is sponsored by Prowse, Dash, and Crouch LLP.
We also want to acknowledge Herman Custodio Creative Photography, KESP Bookkeeping Services, the Lauren Scott's Regimental Museum, Mayfield Ford Lincoln, Mother Parker's Tea and Coffee, MSC Productions, Pearson Convention Center, the Planet Ford part of the Performance Auto Group, the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 15, and the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 609. Now, Sherry, you know what this steel band generally is a little bit of a prelude to.
Oh, I know, and I'm so excited.
There's 100 elves coming, and 100 elves means, I think, one thing, Sherry.
Does it? Does it mean Santa Claus is coming?
I'm telling you, this is what this steel band does, is introduce. Look at that. Again, more and more volunteers and everybody who's put forth their time and effort. 100 elves, check it. And they've got their elvy ears on the sides. Oh, that's good. Girls and boys, I think we're getting to that point. I think I can see him in the back.
I can see all the kids across the street, and their faces are lighting up because they know
they're all
who's
standing.
coming.
Yeah, they're all standing up. I think this is the time. I think this is happening. You know, Santa Claus is one of those things that, although we believe in Santa, continuing the spirit of Santa is what is the golden message of this. It's family, it's love. I know you lost a loved one, and that loved one meant very much at Christmas. And at Christmas, they're not missed. We just know that they're with us. And here he is. Hey, that looks familiar.
But it's not you.
Oh, look at this. Santa looks fantastic. He looks like our director. Look at that. Look at Santa. Santa looks great. Oh, goodness.
He's the best.
Well, Santa has arrived in Brampton. Let's listen to him. Oh, that's fabulous.
Merry Christmas, boys and girls, moms and dads. Thank you for welcoming me to Brampton. 38 more sleeps, that's all you have left.
38 more sleeps.
Merry Christmas. The judges, Merry Christmas. Nice float, Santa's float, the best float. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas,
Wow.
boys and girls, moms and dads. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
38
Sherry,
more
that's
sleeps, all you have
that's
left.
what it's all about.
I think I have tears in my eyes. I
you
love
know.
that. I love watching the kids' reaction as Santa went by.
I gotta tell you, that's a wonderful sight. Well, folks, we sincerely hope that you enjoyed this 30th annual presentation of the Brampton Nighttime Santa Claus Parade. We want to thank all of our sponsors who made this possible, because without them, we wouldn't be here. We want to thank our television crew who are out there a little chilly helping us. And I'd also like to thank you, Sherry,
Thank
for
you,
being
Michael.
here. It's wonderful to have you. So, on behalf of all of us here, for our crew and for all the volunteers and our sponsors, we'd like to say thank you for watching the 30th Brampton Santa Claus Parade. My name is Michael A. Charbon. Have a wonderful evening, and ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.